Loyalty over royalty, I know the vibes.
Whooped it, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. I'm by my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your back here in a two-seat. Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them out. I still got stuffed in the. Swim back with a.
Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful.
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline and the Sears Tower. It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston team.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Lambeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
Now, here's Dumars. The Pistons working the ball around now. Lambeer, good.
How about the dime drop by Edwards, scanning the floor and found a ready shooter? Nicely done.
And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first two games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. And there's a steely determination about this Chicago Bulls team. And with more on that, let's go across the way to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan has been silent with the media this week, but not with his teammates. Craig Hodges says that Michael talked to them. Nothing motivational, just normal. But the Bulls coaches had a different demeanor. They want to stop the early Detroit runouts, stop them early in transition, and they want more offensive rebounding. Guys?
Thank you, David. More than 19,000 fans in this arena await the fate, Mike, of Chicago.
Detroit has come into this building and won 9 of the last 11. That's making a pretty good statement, especially in a place like Chicago where it's tough to win.
Big statement, you're right. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. Here is Thomas. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Now Thomas. Over Paxson. Thomas, good. And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. Here's Thomas after the Bulls pick up 2. It's Edwards on the wing. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
More than just an interior threat, Edwards showing some touch with the mid-range J.
The pass to Jordan, and they double up Jordan. Back to Paxson on the wing. Jordan. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
That's a shot he'd like back. Won't miss those very often.
Well, a good look. They keep getting shots like that, they'll be all right.
Dumars against Cartwright. Got a piece of it. The Bulls found success with pressure on defense. And here we go again. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid. But we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Now here's Thomas. Pass to Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Another one of those big guys, one of the trees in the middle. Edwards, really hard to defend.
This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. So for the Bulls. Kings check in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Horace Grant. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for Paxson. Then for the Pistons, Sally, he's checked in for Lambeer. McGuire comes in for Rodney. And it's Johnson in for Dumars.
Clever feed by Armstrong. Reading the floor and finding the right guy to send the ball to.
Outside Thomas. Here's McGuire. And that one goes long.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second-best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series.
So it's the Pistons now after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Thomas. Again, Thomas misses. Still unable to find his groove here against the Bulls. And here's Jordan outside. Score that one for him, his 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Jordan getting quickly into the shot. No hesitation. Supreme confidence shooting off the pass.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jordan against Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Edwards, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
An unfortunate misfire, just dishing the ball straight out of bounds.
Here's Jordan. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Saw that time on the clock and let that shot fly perfect.
And that is how you end the quarter. Gets it to go, and they are elated at the break.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. The Bulls leading by 9.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
We've got Neely. Armstrong is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's King, and it's Pippen in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Hey, Clark, remember in Game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in Game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Bulls shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Chicago making a switch here. Cartwright's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Dumars is checked in. Free throw good, Jordan. Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen. Dwyer, no good.
And usually you can count on him to convert there. The D did just enough to throw him off.
Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Passes it to Carter. He dishes it to Armstrong. And three from Jordan. Cranes the three-pointer. Jordan's got 27 points.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous O. That's a heck of a combo.
That's what has built this lead.
Now, here is Aguirre. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot clock at 5. Outside Dumars. Will it go? And Pippen pulls it down.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity. Take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
Pistons trail by 19. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Mike, looking at this Pistons offense, the pick-and-roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Grant, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Lambier. Detroit, no good that time either.
Tell you what, you can feel their frustration underneath the surface. It's actually palpable with all these misses.
They're trying to shake it off, but every time they come up short, the panic starts to set in.
Jordan is doubled. Armstrong kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Dumars, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
Now, here's Thomas. Outside Dumars. Clock at 6. Lambier with a screen on Jordan. Yep, it counts. Dumars got his first basket. And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident. And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the Bench Bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. A painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, the Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to beat that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to the last game. You know, from that far out, Aguirre pretty much automatic.
And a look at the 2 stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul. John Paxson, he's checked in for B.J. Armstrong. James Edwards checked in for Detroit. Aguirre kicks to Thomas. Lambier with a screen on Paxson. And the basket by Thomas. Thomas got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Thomas's basketball IQ shines in these screen and rolls. Clever at exploiting the defense.
Jordan, the pass to Paxson. On the wing, Jordan. Over Thomas. A shot by Jordan, no good.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
Pistons trail by 16. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Aguirre. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Nice job by Aguirre, finding available space down low and exploiting it.
There's a minute left to play here in the half. Jordan kicks to Pippen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Pippen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Thomas, and it's Edwards, top of the key. Pistons passing it around. Here's Thomas. Here's Lambier. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Lambier's got 6 points.
Can never question how hard Bill Lambier works. His teammates appreciate how much he gets after it on the glass.
Pistons trail by 15, and the foul called on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright, and Neely subbed in for Grant. And then for Detroit, Rodman comes in for Aguirre, and it's Johnson in for Joe Dumars. Here's Thomas. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, I think the defense has to guard Thomas a lot better than that. He's really good in that mid-range area.
Purdue with a screen on Johnson. And a wide open look for Jordan. Another 3 for Chicago.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
Because in the NBA, no lead is safe.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. And welcome everyone back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. The Bulls leading by 16.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Joe Dumars. Rodman is out there with Bill Lambier. Then there's Thomas, and it's Edwards in at center. There's the pass to Thomas. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
Outside, Lambier. Edwards with the screen. 5 on the clock. Takes it from 10.
Really like how active Grant is on defense. I mean, he takes a ton of pride in making things hard for his opponent. And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
That's a little bit of icing on the cake right there, putting on a show while they enjoy a big second-half lead.
Here's Thomas. He's got 8. The 17-footer. Good. He hits the jump shot. Thomas got 10 points. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games and the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rivalry. And both free throws good for Jordan.
What separates Jordan from others, in my mind, is his singular focus. Nothing comes between him and the ultimate goal of winning the game.
Dumars the pass to Lambier. Outside Edwards. It's Dumars on the wing. He's defended by Jordan. Thomas outside. A shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with it.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by Jordan. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
Well, Thomas started off hot, but Clark, he's once again having a hard time finishing plays against the Chicago defense.
And, you know, Kevin, it looked as though he had figured things out in that first half, but since then, Zeke has definitely cooled off.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5. Chicago making some changes. Kings checked in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Grant, and Hodges subbed in for John Paxson. And then for Detroit, Sally, he's checked in for Lambier. Aguirre comes in for Rodman, and it's Johnson in for Dumars. Pistons trail by 21. Outside, Aguirre. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Aguirre's got his third basket of the night.
And he's trying to carry this offense, but he can't do it alone. His guys need to help him.
And here's Jordan outside. And he's good on the three ball. And Jordan Mike continues to get things to fall. What a show he is putting on tonight.
You can see the fire in Jordan's eyes. He's on a mission to make a statement this game.
Thomas passes to Aguirre. Hodges against Johnson. Fires from the line. That's good on the jump shot. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Jordan against Thomas. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Launches it. Rebounded by the Pistons. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. Back to Jordan. They set the pick. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And once Jordan gets rolling, you're done. Because he's relentless in how he continues to attack.
40 seconds left to play in the third. Sally passes to Edwards. Here is Aguirre. Jordan with the rebound. Bulls leading by 20. And they double up Jordan. Open for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Pippen's got 6.
Three-point shooting, one of the strengths of Scottie Pippen's game.
And here is Thomas. He's got 12. Sally with a screen on Jordan. Thomas gets it to go from 18.
Everything he can to keep it close.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Bulls lead by 21. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sport. Here we go, the 4th quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
Cartwright is out there with Neely. Then there's Hodges. Then it's Pippen. And it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Feeds to Thomas. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
Thomas with it. Tries it from 19. Jump shot is good that time. Thomas got 10 points here in the second half. Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Jordan. They get it back. Cartwright, the pass to Pippen. Jordan is doubled. Stolen by Dumars. And here we go. The finish. Another shot. Rodman down low. He's guarded by Hodges. Dumars kicks to Thomas. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan. And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
Here's Dumars. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Rodman.
This is Rodman's role. He's out there to eat glass, and he doesn't let his teammates down.
Here's Jordan. Sinks that one from the post. Jordan's got 55.
It's obvious he's looking to continue to attack on offense so this lead can expand.
And if you were hitting like he is in this one, you would be too. His efficiency has done a lot for them.
Bulls leading by 21. Neely the pass to Jordan. Pulls it up. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You know, because Jordan is so spectacular, sometimes his strong fundamentals are overlooked. And he keeps it simple. Why get fancy when the pick and roll works like that?
Now Thomas. Edwards with the screen for Thomas. Rodman passes to Thomas. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Rodman. And that's 20 points for Isaiah Thomas. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Hit by Cartwright. Jordan with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
The Bulls are doing a nice job adapting to the rough Detroit defense. They know the contact is coming. Absorb it and go make a play.
Grant, he's checked in for the Bulls. Paxson comes in for Hodges. Grant with a screen on Dumars. Jordan dishes to Grant. Lays it up over the glass.
That's the hustle you get with Grant. Terrific at hitting the glass with a purpose.
Jordan against Dumars. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Rodman finds Thomas. 5 to shoot. Lambier screen. Shot. High post. Thomas with another miss. Grant, right side. Jordan against Dumars. Outside for Pippen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pick by Cartwright. Here's Jordan. Rebound by the Pistons. Rodman's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making some changes. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. King comes in for Scottie Pippen. And Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Bedford's checked in for Edwards. Sally comes in for Lambier. Johnson, he's checked in for Dumars. And it's Henderson for Isaiah Thomas. Here's Johnson. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D. They're running away with this one right now.
Now they're just seeing how big they can make this lead. Normally, he knocks that down. The defense got a gift.
Johnson kicks to Henderson. Knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. Jumps up, and the dunk by Jordan.
Oh, Jordan snags it in the bucket.
So it's the Pistons now. Here's Johnson. The Pistons rebound. Rodman passes to Johnson. Pass to Henderson. Back to Johnson. He kicks to Henderson. 5 on the clock to stop the drought. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Henderson. 9 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Jordan. Fires the 3. It's good.
He's having a nice night tonight. The option for this team so far.
Like in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got and converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.
As they should. They don't want to let this series get tied up. Nobody wants to deal with the 3-game series against Michael Jordan. I'd expect them to bring it for Game 4.
I would too. For our reporter David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's game. See you later.